Hey, what is up guys? It's Sean here, and today we are talking about 8 easy ways to improve your credit score. So the average American has a credit score of 698, and did you know that just a 1% increase in your interest rate on a 30-year home loan could literally mean an extra $100,000+ out of your pocket. So having a really good credit score gives you access to the best interest rates, the best types of loans. So let's go ahead and talk about what a credit score is really fast and how it's broken down, because this will help us understand how to begin improving our credit score. So your credit score is simply just a grade, almost like a report card, that tells a lender how likely you are to repay back that particular loan. Now the higher the number, the better. There's all different types of credit scores out there. However, the most popular one, and the one that we're talking about today, is the FICO score. And this ranges from a lowest score of 300 all the way up to 850, 850 being a perfect score. And your credit score is broken down as follows. Your payment history accounts for 35% of your overall credit score. And this simply means, are you making your payments on time? Do you have any late payments? Things of that nature. Your credit utilization is around 30% of your overall credit score, and this simply states how much of your total available credit are you using at the moment. Your credit age is around 15% of your overall credit score, and this simply means what is the average age of all of your accounts. Now in this particular case, the older the better. Account mix makes up for 10% of your overall credit score, and this simply means, do you have different types of loans out there? Installment loans, revolving loans, things of that nature. And lastly, credit inquiry is around 10%. This simply means that the more often you're inquiring about getting credit, this can negatively impact your credit score. Now keep in mind that a soft inquiry has absolutely no effect on your overall credit score. Now that we know exactly what a credit score is, how it's broken down, let's talk about 8 easy ways to improve your overall credit score. So tip number 1 is to set up automated payments. So we talked about how your payment history is a super important component and around 35% of your overall credit score. So one of the best ways to ensure that you're making payments on time, you don't have any missed payments, and just being able to just set it and forget it, is simply making sure all of your monthly payments come out automatically out of your bank account. Number 2 is reduce credit utilization. Credit utilization is 30% of your overall credit score. And for those of you who don't know what credit utilization is, your credit utilization just states how much of your total available credit are you using at the moment. So let's use an example. Let's say that right now all of your credit cards give you a total available credit of $10,000. And right now you are using $5,000 of that $10,000. Well, that would be a 50% utilization rate. Now, as a general rule of thumb, you do not want to go over 30%. However, if you're shooting for that perfect score, my suggestion, and according to a lot of experts, you want to be at 10% or less. And that's simply because, according to many studies, the average person with a perfect credit score has a 10% utilization rate or less. Number 3, be an authorized user on a credit card. So one of the best ways of increasing your credit score very, very quickly is to find a family member or a friend that has really good credit and has credit cards, and see if they will allow you to be an authorized user on the particular card. By doing so, you will attach your name to that very good credit, thus increasing your overall credit score as well. Number 4, pay off credit card balances with the highest balance first. So we talked about how your utilization rate is super important in terms of your credit score. So one of the best things to do is to begin paying off your credit cards as quickly and as much as you can. If you have multiple credit cards with many different balances on them, I would suggest starting with the highest balance first and quickly making as many payments as you can to get that payment down and get that utilization rate down. Now, another awesome thing about this is that your debt to income ratio will also improve. And while this doesn't actually affect your credit score, it will help you qualify for a lot better types of loans and bigger loan amounts when you go to apply for a home loan or a car loan, etc. Number 5, fix credit report errors. So while most of the time we have bad credit scores because of things that we've done, like missing payments, failing to pay on time, high utilization rates, etc., there are times in which our credit score is being impacted by something that's not our fault. And in fact, according to a recent study, approximately 34% of Americans have found at least one error on their report. So my suggestion would be to make sure you download a free credit report from one of the 3 credit unions, such as Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, and be sure to check if there are any errors. If you do happen to find an error on your report, you'll want to dispute a claim. And if that particular error is negatively affecting your credit score, once it gets fixed, your credit score will immediately start going back up. Number 6, request credit limit increases. So remember, your utilization rate is a major component of your overall credit score. And so one of the best things that you can do is begin increasing your overall credit limit. So let's use an example. Let's say that your total available credit right now with all your cards is $10,000 and you're using $5,000 of it, giving you a 50% utilization rate. Well, if you could get that $10,000 raised to $15,000, well, now you're only down to around a 33% utilization rate. So by having a higher limit, typically overall your utilization rate will go down. Now if you're going to use this strategy, I would keep two things in mind. Number one, if it's a brand new credit card or a very new account, more than likely the bank is not going to allow you to increase your limit right away. And number two, if you are looking to increase your limit, typically if it's a very small amount, banks or institutions will automatically do it for you right away. However, if it's a larger limit increase, or depending on some banks and institutions, they may start asking you a lot of personal questions, asking for your social security number, asking a lot of personal information. If that is the case, more than likely this is a hard inquiry, and I would suggest not doing the credit limit increase because hard inquiries do actually negatively affect your credit score. Number 7 is to use dormant credit cards. If you have multiple credit cards, more than likely there's some of them that may not be getting used. And while it's great not to use credit cards, if you go too long without using a credit card, your bank or institution may be more likely to just close the account or lower your overall credit limit, which would absolutely negatively impact your credit score. So if you have multiple credit cards and some of those have not been used in a while, I would highly suggest that you make it a point to use every credit card. Just make some very small purchases like a tank of gas or something, immediately pay it off, but that way all of your cards are staying active. And number 8, sign up for a credit boost service. I found that one of the best ones is Experian Boost. What it does is it links all your accounts to your credit reports, and it actually begins reporting every single payment that you make on time. Things like your utility bills and your overall cell phone bill, which don't normally get reported on a month-to-month basis. The more things that you report having been paid on time, the better overall credit report history that you have. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to check out Experian Boost to help yourself and boost your overall credit score and get close to the 850 credit score. But those are the 8 easy ways to improve your credit score. If you haven't done so already, be sure to smash the like button for me if this video gave you lots of value. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell, so you can get more videos on finances, investing, and entrepreneurship. Be sure to comment some of your favorite ways of improving your credit score, or if you have above a 720, 740 credit score, be sure to leave that in the comments below. Let's get out there and let's build that dream.